Hi, I'm not going to talk to you about essential oils. I am going to talk to you about our Father. One of the things that I have been learning in the last few months is about loving me. And in loving me, I'm able to love you and other people. The Word says for us to love our neighbor as ourselves, and we often don't even know what that means. We often think, oh, if I'm nice to people and if I do nice things and if they need something, help them with it. That's about as far as we go with loving our neighbor even. So what does it really mean to love ourselves? Okay? Um, Today was mentoring day. I mentor with my team, and one person that I mentored with, um, they're struggling with setting aside the time that they need to do their business. They're struggling with setting aside the time to do the things that they need to do. Do you know that when we do not take the time to set up a time budget and to make sure that we're doing the things that are important to take care of us, to do the things that push us and drive us and educate us and those things, we're not loving ourselves. We're not loving who we are. We're making everything else more important than us. Now, this could sound to religious people, this could sound like idol worship or self worship or whatever. But this is actually what we're taught in the Word. We are taught in the Word, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Okay? How are you going to do to yourself? Are you going to do for yourself differently than you would do for other people? Uh, why would the term love thy neighbor as thyself be used? Okay, we could say that, oh, you're never going to harm yourself. That's a lie. I could tell you that's a lie. I could tell you I did a lot of harmful things to myself over the years. I've smoked cigarettes, I've drank, I've partied, I've everything that could possibly overeating. I've done things. I've also made decisions that were harmful to me in relationships, in business, in my nursing career. You know, I made decisions that did not reflect the love of me. I was not the person I should have been for myself. Another person who I happened to mentor today, just on perchance, said to me that they often feel like people think that they're nuts because they talk about essential oils and all that they can do for them. So I guess I did talk about the essential oils. I don't really know how I do that. I don't know how I do life without talking about them, to be honest, because it's about like talking about my father to me. But anyhow, she said, that oftentimes when people don't want to listen to what she's got to say about the essential oils, she comes away feeling like they think she's a nut. The bottom line is we allow people to make us feel certain ways. Honestly, you can't make me feel anything. That's the truth. I can choose to feel that way. I can allow you more power over me than you're supposed to have. I get to choose whether or not I'm going to be happy. I get to choose whether or not I'm going to feel rejected or abandoned or not good enough. I get to choose. So again, we come back to loving myself, loving yourself. Do you love yourself enough to not allow other people to have that control over you? Do you love yourself enough to say, no, I'm not going to do this? Do you love yourself enough to be willing to risk rejection by loving yourself the way you should? Because trust me, there's a lot of people that is all excited about what's going on in my life, and I love them for it. But there's also people that are sitting back and they are judging, and they are thinking that I'm getting too invested in me and things of that nature. But you want to know something? I can better serve my Father than I've ever been able to before. It's from such a place of purity and such a place of sincerity and honesty than ever before. Because I'm honest with me. Because we can lie to ourselves. We can so easily lie to ourselves. And there's another sign we don't love ourselves. We can lie to ourselves about our worth, our value, our capabilities, even how we are good or acceptable or loved. We can lie to ourselves. And the bottom line is, if we are, we're not loving ourselves. And I want to see everybody I know loving themselves so that they can love their neighbor as themselves. Okay? Love your neighbor as yourself. First, you gotta love you. Before you can love anybody else, you have to love you. Don't you like my photo bombing, video bombing going on in the background? I do. I think he's trying to figure out what's this crazy woman sitting up on this porch talking to the computer for. Oh well. I pray that you begin to figure out how to love yourself. It is an awesome, awesome journey. And it's a journey that has drawn me closer and closer to my Father. And I want that for you. So, on that note, I pray blessings upon you. If you are watching this video, I pray blessings upon you. Bye.